Eileen.
It's ugly.
It's not ugly.
Maybe, I don't know if we can pull it off, but maybe we can have a potluck or open mic or open read at my house during the holidays here sometime. So I'll get a hold of Michael, because you know all the names, and we'll just have a potluck or something maybe. You know, I don't know if it will happen, but let's just kind of think about it or something. Because I love you guys. And I got a bunch of new poems, 7 new poems, 2 old poems, and then, and I might not read the old ones, but I found this today. I was looking through all my poetry, and I asked Free, he's the Free of Buzz Free, if I wrote this. And he said, no, he did. And so I tweaked it, and I'm going to read it. And I didn't tweak it much or nothing, you know. But so watch me on my time. Probably already talked 10 minutes.
Who wrote it? Oh, there.
Yeah. Free, yeah, Brian.
Brian Free?
His last name's Free Burrow.
Oh, Free Burrow.
Yeah.
His husband.
And I'm Bazine, so that's where you get Buzz Free from. And
It sounds like
this
a
one-
drug.
It does, doesn't it?
Bazine.
that's the cops. Twice now the cop stopped me and said, I like your license plate.
Yeah. It says Buzz Free.
Yeah, violing it. This one is called Daily Mass. The sparrow and the crow are flying shallow. Lightning has stolen the stars and a doleful crescent moon. Rolling thunder grovels obscenely through the lowlands. Crimson king maples and northern red oaks dance a scandalous waltz. I feel their tempest in my eyes. I was born into this twister, never to be appeased, too nimble to ever be discreet. I saluted the crucifix to gain favor, but prudently concealed my faith. My icons are filled with glamour and flamboyance. I took delight in the pierced flesh of Sebastian. I licked the tainted arrows, immaculate. Praying is a slow train that never stops. It has no place to go. I eat my harvest from my zafu, amongst the disciples with no mission. I don't practice truth or lies. My war has no graves. I am crawling to where the sun falls away. The road is not confusing. I go there every day. He told me not to do that. These poems are nothing like what I was writing a year ago. So our move to Pennsylvania has changed how I'm writing subject matter and stuff, and I feel really good about that. That's what I was worried about, and I feel real good about what Pennsylvania's done for me in writing.
Cool.
This one is called Tree. This is the first poem I've ever submitted and my first rejection. It's the only one, but she did say, I really would have liked to have published this one. That didn't happen. So, Tree. I ascended the noble scarlet oak. His arms are enduring to the weight of my burdens. He has shielded me in a shawl of lucent ruby red. He's awakened me to the seasons of jubilation, to the sutras of the wind, an opiate breeze, and the rhapsodies of rain, a righteous trough. A robin gave me guidance to this bow laden with blossoms. In the flesh I am vague, in my nakedness I am bold. From here I see past a buttermilk sky, beyond eternal rest. I live in the soil past the coppice. My heart is tangled with the roots of this tree.
Wait, is that pre-Pennsylvania or post?
Post Pennsylvania.
Okay. And where did you move from?
Arizona, Phoenix.
Wow.
I always said we were like central Phoenix almost. And so we lived there 12 years. Before that it was Nebraska, but Pennsylvania is unique. This one is Max. This is for my dog. So it's not a Max. There are a few things I have in common with my old dog. I can't lick my balls like he licks his, but it's not from lack of trying. We don't need to pee on every tree, just a few select ones. We can appreciate chickens without having to eat them, though the thought has crossed our mind a few times. We both like a good hamburger. There is no room in our life for squirrels. We don't care if our feet get wet, but not big on standing in the rain. We always go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. He doesn't know what I'm dreaming, and I don't know what he's dreaming. Max is a good old dog. I'm a good old dog, too.
I love that one.
And this is, I'm sorry if I'm reading too many, but it's the last
No,
time.
It's okay.
And this is called It Can Be Complicated. Where does my love come from? I have lost love and found it many times. Why should I care about love? If I do not know what love is, why do you want me as your companion? To be naked with you, to touch you in places you hide from others, to tell you my imagination. Should I swallow you, your lavender in constant bloom? Your scent calms my timid concerns. You are the poultice for my trauma. This is my infatuation, not my attachment. I am not indifferent to sorrow, mine or yours. The sin of a broken heart is sent from the land of enchantment. We heal with misery and wretchedness. I cannot freeze my zen in a time of space. If you have not tasted honey, the flavor is an illusion. It has no ambience or wealth. This love of mine is filled with gluttony and aversion to itself. You ask for it in your sleep. Are you filled with hydrophobic dreams? Could you be the fountainhead of my love, the angelic and the beast in my veins? No, you are not my love, not the genius of my love, not its sanctuary. Otherwise you would not be free. And every time I use free, I'm kind of always referring to Brian. So, and if I refer to a sparrow, that's always the Holy Spirit. And this one is called Mindfulness. I have no time for memories, ambitious or rigid. They are a bouquet of imperfect flowers, no essence to inhale, no awe of pleasure. I'm an impartial witness to the present moment. Eternity is of no consequence. I do not long for the days of yore. Every dream is without anxiety. My erratic spirit smiles with each new dawn. A conversation with a fair-haired boy is always fresh, every remnant delicious, each syllable easy to swallow, like an artesian well that flows through my dale. No ghost can deliver me from ethereal beauty or from the evil of unpleasant creation. My social grace accepts all indecency and rejects protocol. Desolation spills over a fortification of redundancy. I choose to be no one's favorite. I pay attention to no never mind. The Middle of Nowhere. Oh, this one got a lot of good feedback from that page
That's
that
the one.
I posted on that you told me about. Middle of Nowhere. My life is 7 miles long. Nothing is pretend or make-believe. I am a cloven-hoofed beast, a vulture making his liberal escape. I am a chameleon with hygienic flesh. I wear Mick Jagger lips and see through Frank Sinatra eyes. I learned of the org through my petitions. The hymn of the wind I learned from the trees. In flowers I sing the songs of a vermin. The whereabouts of my sleep is kept secret. I hide from the aurora. There is no ecstasy entertaining the sun. The moon heals self-slaughter. I will saunter for 6 more miles.
So good.
And I'm going to skip this one. If you want to read it, go to buzzfree.com. For $19.95. No. Now we're going to get to where I was at 2 years ago. A little edgy, but it's called Doggy Style. Every dog has his day. I pay you that compliment. Shakespeare understood 15 minutes of fame. I would be famous if my dick was longer or my balls bigger. You are famous. You give out your autograph like candy. I'm going to be a queer James Dean, giving out blowjobs to rawhide cowboys. They'll tip their hat, leave their boots on, they'll beg me to fuck them. I'll ride 'em bareback, doggy style. 15 minutes works for me. See why I changed? Oh, and now this one is Brian's, so, or free. And it's called Hostages of Our Own Fear. And this is like 3 or 4 days short of being written exactly a year ago. When we first moved here, we had been here 3 months, and we were out of sorts. And that's why I didn't know if I wrote this or he wrote this, because we were feeling the same, but things have gotten better. But this is kind of what it was like for our first 3 months here. Hostages of Our Own Fear. Almost 3 months ago, to the day, we were given one of our life's greatest opportunities. A blank canvas was presented to us. Along with it came the freedom to do with it as we please. The possibilities are endless. Today we sit as hostages of our own fears. We barely exist in these prisons of our own minds. We might as well be handcuffed, blindfolded, locked in the house. We remember how we suffered when we worked for others, but we sit and feel sorry for ourselves because the new employer won't call us and offer to make us suffer again. We think to ourselves, maybe this job won't make us suffer as much. All the while, we sit around by this beautiful blank canvas with all of its potential, all of its tools and resources are here for us to create our masterpiece. Instead, we rely on others to build and to create some peace of mind for us. We want it to be presented to us in a neat, ready-made package. We look back at our past like that is how it all happened. The truth is all of our good times happen through trial and error too. Our best times have all happened when we have thrown caution to the wind. We sit here with the ability and the freedom to do anything we want, something everyone we have ever known dreams of. For 3 months we have been allowed to do it all our way, but fear keeps getting tighter grip on us. What if we are doing it wrong, making mistakes? What will people think? We're too far away from this. What if we run out of money? We don't have this. The weather is this or that, on and into infinity. Fear lulls us back to sleep within hours of getting out of bed and greeting a new day of open opportunities. All of the people that we have admired have gone out and taken on their personal blank canvas, in spite of their fears. That is what we have admired about them. Often with limited resources, they have worked with and built their dreams. Their masterpiece is barely finished when they go on to strive to make the next one better. We have never been in a better place or time to do this ourselves. It is time to wake up to the possibilities that surround us. It is time to take off the blindfolds and the handcuffs. It's time to look fear in the eye, spit in fear's face, and scream, "This is our world. Now, fear. You do not have any power over us. This is no place for you in our dream."